Welcome in to Turn Up the Volume, where volume stands for Voices of Ladies United, Motivated, and Empowered. We talk to different leading women across the CSRA and even beyond that. And today we're taking a bite into this pastry chef's lifestyle and her business. We have Arie Page. Arie, we know you are known for the cheesecakes. Hey, let us know the name of your place if people don't know what I'm talking about here.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm the owner of Arie's Artisan Cheesecake. We are located in Evans, Georgia. But if you haven't known or haven't heard already, we are opening a second location across town. Yes, in Augusta, Georgia.
Yes.
Let me see if I can remember the address. I literally just got the key. 3602
Okay.
Exchange Lane.
Yes.
Suite 300, Augusta, Georgia.
Yes, so it's near the what is that, Augusta Exchange area, like you said. So we'll know the place in the area. Yes, we'll see y'all. Yeah. We'll get into that just a little bit, but let's start it right here. Cheesecakes. We know you love baking, but cheesecakes, what drew you there?
Yeah, so I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I started baking when I was 7. I always knew I wanted to bake. I always knew I wanted to do pastry. After graduating from culinary school, lived in Atlanta for a bit, did pastry across town, all over Atlanta pretty much. The pandemic hit and I moved back to Augusta, Georgia, where my family is from. And I realized during the pandemic, I didn't want to do cookies or cupcakes or brownies. I felt like that was, everyone did that. Mm-hmm. So how can I take my talents and like what I've learned, culinary school and pastries and all of that I've learned working in the industry, how can I elevate that and start something special? So I realized, I did a little market research. There's no cheesecake factory anywhere near here. I know people are still asking for it, but if you don't know, now you know. We do have cheesecakes here that is handmade. So
we have you. What do we need the Cheesecake Factory for?
That's it. You have me. So that's why I wanted to do cheesecake. And I started with a few flavors, and I did over 6 and then 12. So right now we have over 12 different flavors that we offer in the bakery, and we do custom orders too.
Wow. So I know you spoke a little bit about culinary school, and after looking into some research and everything, I know you went to Le Cordon Bleu. Speaking of that, what is some things that they taught you back then that you're still using to today? Because culinary school is tough. Yes. It's hard. I did a little bit of chefing back in my high school days, and we can count that. So a lot of my friends, they went over to Helms College, but bringing it back in, what's some things from Le Cordon Bleu that you're still using today?
Yeah, so I've always been kind of detail-oriented, but very detail-oriented is like the number one thing they teach you in culinary school. Making sure you have your mise en place means everything in its place. So that before you even start a recipe, before you even start cooking or baking, you want to read that recipe card. You want to make sure you have all your ingredients in place. So I just kind of take that and apply that to everything in my life. I know you may meet me on the street and I'm a little chaotic, but that just comes with owning 2 bakeries now, but definitely mise en place. Everything in its place.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it right there. Everything in place. I think even when you're talking about cooking, I don't think a lot of people realize how much organization, yes, goes into it, but math also goes into it. Chemistry goes into it.
Yes, everything. Yes. You really need to have everything in its place. You have to have some type of organizational skills to not only just cook, but baking it's really a science. Yeah. You add too much baking soda here and it'll, bubble over.
Right.
So cheesecakes too. Cheesecakes are a special type of custard-like cake. That took a lot of, here and there, dabbling here and there, like what works, what doesn't work, and now we offer vegan, we offer gluten-free. So that all took a lot of planning, experiments, tasting, and then getting also customer feedback as well. So opening my first bakery, I didn't offer vegan and I didn't offer gluten-free. So it's listening to the customer and then listening to people's needs.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working on the sugar-free aspect. But we aren't quite there yet. But again, that's just something where, I didn't know there was a big sugar-free community, vegan, gluten-free,
Yeah.
Over time, needs change. So it's also learning about adaptability too.
Yeah, I think that's huge. And like you said, a lot of the these new ways of eating that, I mean, they've been there, but it's just becoming so big now. The vegan world, so big.
Yes.
So I'm glad that's, on the menu as well. What else can people expect when they come to your bakery now, the one that's open? What can they expect?
Yes, so we pride ourselves in customer service. So the moment you walk in, and if you know, our bakery is not located on the street. So for you to come to us, it's because you seek us out. And so I want to make sure that because you're coming out of your way, the moment you step into our bakery, my bakery, and I tend to use I interchange our and mine a lot because I do have a team behind me. And I want to make sure that everyone knows, like, it's my face on the business, but I have a strong team behind me. I have a baker, I have a cake decorator, I have a manager, I have bakery associates. So we're truly a team. So anyway, so when you come in, you get that experience. Yeah. You have the environment. There's a window in the bakery, so you can kind of see, like, if someone's back there baking or decorating at the time. And then, again, customer service. So you walk in, you're immediately greeted, and then you can see all of our handmade artisan cheesecakes. So again, I take that from my 5-star background and like fine dining background, and you eat with your eyes first. So if you've never come in, you want to say, oh my God, like, look at all these cheesecakes. So you come in, you can see all the cheesecakes on display. Everything is made from scratch. The strawberry sauce, the fillings that we make on top, the chocolate ganache that you see on our turtle cheesecake, caramel sauce we make. So everything is really artisan made. And the word artisan comes from handmade. So everything truly is handmade.
I love that. And, I love how you're also throwing in, you're speaking so highly, my bakery, and everything's homemade and everything. I love how you're still giving yourself praise and not trying to downplay it at all.
No, I've had to learn to step into that, though.
I love that.
I'm learning to, this is mine. My name's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your name's on it. You stepped into this. What steps you think you took to be able to say, okay, this is mine, my face is on it, let me grow this confidence, as you would say, to really talk my stuff about my business?
So I've always had that ambitious quality about me. Once I honed in on what I actually wanted to sell, I started selling at the farmer's market. So that's been my core origin story, I guess, is the Augusta Farmers Market, which is still going on to this day. And you may see me out there this upcoming March. Both 2 locations. We'll be out there. I'll let y'all know when I'm out there.
That's where I first discovered you all. I didn't even know you all had a storefront for a long time. I'm a huge fan of the Market on the River.
Same.
I'm sure I'm there like every weekend, and sometimes I can't make it, but that is, if people are trying to find me, they're gonna find me there.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna find me there.
And that's where I learned community too. So being out there every Saturday, I start to see familiar faces, people that started to come just for the cheesecakes. So that's when I knew, I was like, okay. I mean, I already know my product is great, but to hear that feedback, it's fantastic. So them coming just for the cheesecake, and I'm like, okay, so I have something great. I mean, I already knew I had something great, but, hearing that feedback and, oh, I'm coming just for your cheesecakes. I told my friend who told a friend who told a friend. And not many people know, but I do have a degree in public relations. One of the classes that I took was a marketing class, and they say the biggest form of marketing is word of mouth. You can pay for advertisement, you can do X, Y, Z, but you get that genuine connection when someone says, my friend told me about you. My mom loves your cheesecakes. My wife just gave birth, and this is the first thing she wants to eat, So it's just great hearing that, and it's the driving force to help me on hard days to keep going.
Yeah. And, you're building this community out in person, but You got a huge community on social media as well. How did you manage to get on there, get on social media, and also see it take off as well? Because I've seen you go viral on TikTok, probably on Facebook as well. Tell me about that right there.
Yeah, so it's funny because I like to scroll on TikTok too, like most other people, and my favorite niche content is baking content. And it's funny because I am a baker, but I also like seeing other bakeries kind of like, this is what I did in my day in the life vid or whatever. So I was like, okay, if I like watching that, let's try to create something that I like to watch. So I just started putting out what I do daily. This is our seasonal flavor. This is how we make it. And then it took off from there because, I mean, unsurprisingly, other people like to watch day in the life videos and bakery content as well. And I also find that it inspired other people too. Like I get other comments. How can I start a bakery? I love watching this. I love seeing your journey. So it's kind of like a pay it forward type thing.
Yeah, I like that. And then when people, come to you with those sort of questions and comments, what is your sort of advice to people when they ask, like, how do I start up a bakery or how do I do this and that? What do you tell them?
I always like to say consistency is key. People don't like to hear that. They want to hear like, oh, you got to file the LLC, you got to do this, do that, which is true, but no one is going to know who you are if you do it one time and then give up, or you do it 2 times or you do it here and there. It needs to be consistent, and that doesn't apply to just bakery. It applies to everything you do. Another marketing thing that I learned was it takes, I think, someone 7 times to see you before it sticks in the back of their brain. So just being consistent. If you're doing a market, be out there every Saturday. If you're trying to sell something or post something online, just be consistent with it, because the first 2 times maybe someone doesn't see it. But if you post consistently, they're like, okay, I've seen you before. And I'm getting that now, too, in the bakery. Like, people are coming in, I saw you on TikTok. I saw you on Facebook. I'm like, yes, it's working.
I love that. That is so perfect. Social media is huge right now. That's my thing over on this side. So I love that. And the marketing, that it goes hand in hand. So for you to have a background in that, use a little bit of those skills, get your baking on and all of that, it's just the best of both worlds. Now, you mentioned a little bit earlier, when you walk into your bakery, you can see on display the cheesecakes that you have. You can see they're pretty, they're nice. I've been in there. I know how it looks. It's very sweet and calm in there. But talking about flavors a little bit, what do you think is maybe an underrated flavor that you all have? Like, dang, I feel like this one should get more love, but
oh, that's a good question. Let me see. I want to say maybe cookie butter, because a lot of people don't know what that flavor is. But the people that taste it, they're like, I gotta come in for the cookie butter.
Is it like a Biscoff type?
Yes. So cookie butter, if you're familiar with like the Delta Airlines, they sell the Biscoff cookies, or Speculoos is like the non-name brand type of cookie. But Biscoff cookie. So our Biscoff cheesecake is on our Biscoff cookie crust. It's a cookie butter cheesecake, cookie butter on top. Now, it sounds like a lot, but it all blends together. Whipped cream and a little cookie on top. That one, I have to convince people to try that one. The ones who know, but the ones who don't know, they're like, oh, I don't know. Please try it. Yeah. And they come back for it every time. I'm like,
wow, it becomes a fan favorite then.
Fan favorite.
Well, good. You're using your marketing there too.
Yes.
Like, here, just try it. I swear it's going to be good. Now, I saw something, and now I don't know if this is one of the cheesecakes or if this is something separate. The creme brulee, is that a cheesecake flavor or actual, what's that there?
So our creme brulee cheesecake is actually a seasonal flavor. So I bring it around Christmas time, and then it goes away for about a month, but we bring it back for Valentine's Day.
Okay, so I didn't miss it all the way.
It'll be back.
Okay, yay.
So Valentine's Day is actually around the corner. Yes. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday, you guys. So we'll be open. And we do a creme brulee sweetheart. I call it a sweetheart because it's a heart-shaped cheesecake.
Ooh.
And then we brulee it to order.
Yeah.
So we brulee it and we do the fresh berries on top. That one has been a top seller.
Good. I'll have to get my order in because that sounds so good. When I seen that, I said, whoa, hold on. I love creme brulee. So that is really fun, to get in there and do that. And outside of the cheesecakes, you do a little more. I've seen you've been doing some classes throughout the season. Tell us a little bit about that. What even drew you to say, okay, let me do a little bit more inside of my facility?
Yeah. So I started out doing the cupcake camps for the children just for summertime, something to kind of, have something for the parents to get their kids into. And
Will you take a 2-year-old? I know.
Questions that need answers.
Maybe too much of a baby. Okay.
We'll see. I'll put it on my little notebook.
Good.
But yes, the cupcake camp started. After that, the parents were like, "Okay, what about us?" And I was like, "Okay, I can see myself doing like adult cake decorating classes." So that evolved into adult cake decorating classes. Became more popular than the cupcake camp. So the adults were they're like Saturday night, you get a little champagne with it. You get me teaching you how to decorate a 3-layer cake, cheesecake cake, because you get a layered cheesecake in the middle, and then a light charcuterie board that comes with it. So we were doing that all up until, I would say maybe a couple months ago. It's going to be very interesting now that I have 2 locations and cake classes. So cake classes are on hold for now until I can get my legs for number 2.
Oh yeah. You got to get yourself back in the groove of everything.
Yes.
You're bringing on a new big project, and I'm glad that you brought it up again, because let's get into that. We know there's something huge, a new second bakery coming. How has that been going there?
Great. We spoke about social media before. Yeah. You can catch me on TikTok, where I'm documenting all of the renovations that's going on the inside. I'm no carpenter, but, I'm doing my best. And if you know me, you know the Evans location. It's going to be cute. So it's a work in progress. We're expected to open April 4th.
Okay, I like that. I hadn't seen an opening date, so that's good.
Yes,
April 4th.
exclusive,
that's
okay.
Exclusive right there. That is not too far away. We'll blink and April will be here. So right before the Masters, getting in some Masters people right there, because I'm sure that's a road they're going to have to take to get down there. So that is perfect. I love that. And bringing in this new location, I know there has been probably some hurdles and things that you've had to overcome. How have you overcome these going into this new space?
Yeah. One day at a time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. One day at a time. Yeah, you wake up and this thing happens, that thing happens. You have finances for this thing, but not for this thing, and this thing broke, and this. So it's just, regular business things that you kind of have to find your equilibrium on. But again, I have a solid team that is great. They are very understanding. They've been with me for 2+ years. That Evans location has been open for a little over 3 years. So they've been with me almost the whole way. So very grateful for them. And they're very understanding of, this is new business. They're willing to grow with me. And yeah, one day at a time. I'm going to get that tattooed on my head.
Yeah, that's what you need. Yeah. That is the word right there. One day at a time. Hey, you have to do that with everything, and we know you have to do it over there, opening a business as well. You have a first one, but it might not be the same sort of build up as the first one with the second one. Yeah, so you're going in, getting your feet wet, and doing it all over again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say start over.
Yeah.
I've already had I have the customer base. People are very excited. Yeah. So it's about not figuring out how to not be in 2 places at once. Yeah. Because I can't clone myself. If I could, there'd be 100 of us running around, and I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but it's learning to
balance, maybe.
Balance
it.
have this one run while I'm over here, or have that one run while I'm over here.
And I'm sure you want your face on both. I know you like to be at these markets and in the bakery and stuff. So
exactly. So that's gonna be my biggest hurdle is trying to find a new, what's the word? I guess a new baseline of what that looks like for me in my life. But again, great team, looking to hire a couple more people, and same products, same hours. So yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, just keeping it rolling, just on another side. Now, I know you said on social media a little bit, you've been showing people sneak peeks of what they have, and that's sort of been like a fun thing. You have paper up over the windows, right?
Yes.
So people can't see in.
Yes.
For the people that haven't seen the TikToks, and for the people wondering what's behind the papers, what are we looking like right now? Give people a little sneak peek with words. What are we looking like?
All right, so we're about, I want to say about 80%, maybe 90% there. Same pink walls. This one has a beautiful brick wall that's in there. I actually learned how to lime wash the other day. It's fine.
Okay.
It's cute. I mean, cute little lime wash wall.
Putting on your big girl boots and getting dirty.
Like, overalls. Got my overalls on.
Yes.
My Home Depot card in hand. So it's definitely been a journey. I'm learning a lot. I'm gonna take that definitely to my personal life because I know how to do some things now. Contract work, whatever.
Okay.
Don't call me.
Another job on the.
Don't call me, but I'm just. But yes, it's cute in there. It's very open. It's a little bit, maybe it's the same size, but it'll be great. We'll have the cheesecakes. You'll be able to come in and see the cheesecakes again. We'll have a little grab-and-go refrigerator. We'll have a flower wall. You can take your photos.
Okay.
Again, that beautiful brick wall that's in there, and it'll be fantastic.
That sounds awesome. Well, we've chatted about it all, the flavors, the new place. What more as we go into 2026? Are you just hoping for the business that you have on your mind?
So for 2026, yes, it's just about finding my new baseline, opening up that second store, getting enough to get a little truck going, like a little transit van, because right now I'm using my personal vehicle to do all the things, and she's on her last leg. So I need you guys to support and get us through there. Yeah. So 2026 is definitely one for the books. It's growth, new things coming, and new opportunities for 2027.
Yeah, awesome. Already looking at 2027. We just hit the ground with 2026, and I love that. Already looking forward. Had a great 2025. Well, Arie, I thank you for coming in, chatting with me, telling us a little bit about your business, your background.
Come see us. 1202 Town Park Lane, Evans, Georgia. So we have our first location. It's open right now, 12 to 8, Wednesday through Saturday. And now we're open on Sundays, 11 to 5 p.m.
Awesome. And real quick before we head on out, I was just thinking about this. It's so fun because people might think of certain things to get the cheesecake for different or certain events, like, okay, Valentine's Day is good. Okay, maybe at Christmas time is good. But it was cool because my parents, their anniversary was coming up, and I'm like, what the heck to get them? They have everything. You know how they have everything. I'm like, what the heck to get them? And then you popped on my head. And I'm like, this is perfect. So it's other things like that people might think of as a cheesecake being a perfect gift, but it was perfect. They loved it.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I just thought about that. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is, I looked at the hours. I said, oh, yes, they're open. Because I think you have a nice hours because I think what it was like 8 p.m. on the weekdays? Yes. So I was getting off at 6 p.m. and everything was closed. I'm like, oh, they're still open.
Yes.
They know it's working people out here too.
Yes.
But no, I appreciate that. I just thought about that and wanted to mention it. But I appreciate you again for coming in, chatting with us.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me as well.
Yeah.